letter dated December 27, 1971. I had read its content carefully. Can you scroll it down? No, no, up. Above, up. When was the letter was there? Date, above. 12 April. Who is letter coming? Letter to Janardhan.
Is letter to Janardhan? This is letter to Satsuk. Janardhan letter.
How it's coming? I cannot understand. What is this?
Should I can again try to say, Maharaj?
ये screen कहाँ से आता है?
This is letter to Satsuru.
It's a January 5. अच्छा, January 5 and Prabhupada is replying. January 5 letter was December. Not so late. Okay. Yeah. 27 December. That means only 1 week. As you say, there are some serious delays in large buildings. I think you must immediately return the $15,000 loan to Karandhar. And the $8,000 loan from San Diego. I believe there was some agreement on your part that the money should be repaid within 6 months. So nearly 4 or 5 months have already passed. You first fix up the contract definitely, and when everything is settled beyond any doubt, then you should think of again getting the money. In the meantime, your school at Turtle Creek Boulevard can continue functioning. I have been getting good reports that you are all serious to develop this program. So I am sure that Krishna will bless you with the desired building. Good thing do not come so easily. Things that I encountered in my first year in your country. Sometimes I did not even know I stood. Neither when I did I have any friends, but I was always determined that somehow I would do everything possible to fulfill the desire of my Guru Maharaj. And despite all difficulties, I always remained enthusiastic. So do not diminish your program in any way now. Continue the school enthusiastically. Krishna's mercy at all times. Everything will come out right. Land all new should not invest any money in it. Scroll. You cannot see. as you think best. Some of our devotees, is my internet weak or Bhakti Deva's internet weak?
Maharaj, I'm not able to hear your voice, Maharaj, properly. May I?
Maharaj, you can switch
Your
off
screen isn't
video.
moving.
Maharaj, you can switch off your video. You can switch off your video.
Because you cannot see better the video. As you think best, some of our devotees may there and even keep cows if this is feasible. There should not be any money invested from our side until legal order. I have seen the All India BTG issues number 43 on dummy form. So I eagerly am waiting the final copy. I received one letter from Hayagri in which he is not getting any material. Is there someone? Is this? I hope this bids him the best of health. Your ever well-wisher A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So, looks like managerial thing, but it is important to know circumstances. All are transcendental dealings. Every instruction coming from Prabhupada's mouth are perfect. Yes. This letter will help us in dealing in our practical life. Consider read letter. Next one.
Yes, Maharaj. Letter to Hamsaduta, Jaipur, 20th January 1972. My dear Hamsaduta, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge of your letter dated January 7, 1972, and with great pleasure, I have noted your unbounded enthusiasm to carry out this great mission of spreading the light of love of Godhead in this hellish material world. That is the only requirement for successfully completing the perfection of the living condition. That you should always be enthusiastic to perform services unto the lotus feet of the Lord, despite all obstacles. And then you can be assured that all of the other qualities or necessities for pure devotional service will be met, such as patience, determination, etc. And then, without doubt, you shall be delivered to the realm of unlimited bliss, freed from all anxieties. So far, your proposals, I agree that by utilizing our knowledge of by selling for Krishna, that is approved by my Guru Maharaj. So it may be done very nicely. But we must always be careful to render firstly our routine devotional practices and maintain always the highest standards of chanting, preaching, temple worship, rising early, cleansing, street sankirtan, etc. Business. Business is secondary to our basic routine work.
Can we read it again?
If that,
we must.
But we must always be careful to render firstly our routine devotional practices and maintain always the highest standards of chanting, preaching, temple worship, rising early, cleansing, street sankirtan, etc.
That means the highest
Business is
highest standard of only not chanting. The highest standards for chanting, the highest standards for preaching, the highest standards for temple worship, highest standards for rising early, highest standards for cleansing. Street Sankirtan also Prabhupada said. we neglect this chapter. Prabhupada has given this Nagar Sankirtan. Okay.
Business is
Business is
secondary.
yeah, read.
Business is secondary to our basic routine work. If the routine Krishna consciousness program is neglected for other things, then everything else will fail. I am very much encouraged that you are anxious to engage in making money for Krishna with oil business and to print my books profusely. If this can all be managed and still the regular temple practices go on nicely, that is best. In every case, as with the question regarding whether prospectus or magazine is better, do the best needful. So far translating, I have made Mandali Bhadra as Chief of Translating Department. He shall translate comfortably, and all other translations must be checked and edited and approved by him with grammatical corrections. It is not that we may present anything crude translation and that is acceptable. No, even though the transcendental subject matter of Vedic literature is still spiritually potent, despite the crudest translation, still, because we have got facility to make it perfect, that is our philosophy. When I translated Srimad Bhagavatam, I had not the facility, so you may notice grammatical discrepancies. But because Mandali Bhadra is now head of the translating department, you have got all facility to translate our books in perfect German language. I am very glad you want to start your own press. But one thing is that you cannot close it once it is begun. When your own press is very sound and established beyond doubt, then you may call back Yogeshwara. Your proposal for making records is very nice program. As for your essay on drugs and Krishna consciousness, do it. You may transcribe the Ajamila tapes and produce a very nice book. You may send the manuscript to Jayadvait or Haigriv for editing and printing with Dai Nippon. So far, making tapes of Ajamila series, I have told Los Angeles tape making operation that they should distribute to our devotees at cost price. To non-devotee, that is another thing. We should not make exorbitant profit by exploiting each other in the matter of vital Krishna consciousness paraphernalia such as books, tapes, etc., which are vital for our preaching work and for the devotee's personal advancement in Krishna consciousness. But if you think it is a good idea to sell such tapes for profit, I have no objection. Regarding salesmanship, it is a great art. It can be used for selling Krishna consciousness also. I am very much engladdened that you are so much enthusiastic and you may know it that Krishna will help such enthusiastic devotees. May Krishna bless you all round. So far Krishna Das is concerned, I have already told that he should stay there in Hamburg with you until the Germany centers are very solid and printing of literature has been made very regular and substantial. Then he may go to other places. If he wants to open other centers, I have no objection. But he should send other men to do it until things are very well established in Germany. Hoping this will meet you and your good wife Himavati in strong health and happy mood. Your ever well wisher.
Here,
Sri
what
Bhakti.
has given another word. Hoping. Can you share it? Share it again. Normally, Prabhupada say, hoping this will meet you and your good wife in good health. Normally, Prabhupada good health. Here, Prabhupada strong health and also heavy mood. Another thing. Prabhupada always try to emphasize. Here he is strong health, happy mood. Another important point, Prabhupada, some devotee ask, can you do some oil business? Because we need money for printing books. Prabhupada said, yes, my Guru Maharaj Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, but not at the cost of our spiritual standard. By doing that, if you can't do is okay, but not compromising that. Very important point. Second important point, making. We are not here businessmen making profit. For our business, we can make profit, but who is buying? Our devotees are buying. Why we should sit them? So that is no need of making so much profit. But at the same time, he told he's so intelligent. But outside people, if you can earn, there's no. But from the devotees, why their money is Krishna's money? Why unnecessarily we should sit there? Okay, next letter. I think my is difficult. So, Peter Amritesh Gaurapu, you can read.
Okay, Maharaj. Letter to Hansadut, Tokyo, 24 April 1972. My dear Hansaduta, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated April 18th, 1972, and I have noted the contents. This program to make each and every center spiritually strong should be the duty of the GBC. So far, financing, let them do in their own way, and you can simply advise them. Don't bother too much about financial matters, but your first concern should be book and magazine distribution. We have to increase our preaching propensity. That is our main business. Your reports of book distribution are very, very encouraging. The more you distribute our books and magazines, that is solid work. Here in Japan, we have got very good prospects for the future. Last night, many Japanese boys and girls came, and I saw good prospects for the future. Everywhere we have got good devotees. Krishna consciousness is dormant in everyone, and we can awaken it in them. All your news is very good, and I thank you very much. This Krishna consciousness is so nice. The more one works and renders service, the more he becomes enthusiastic. This is the secret of spiritual life. The test of spiritual life is when one can work all day long and not be tired. In the material world, we do a little work and become exhausted. 24 hours we should be engaged in some service to our capacity. That is real spiritual life. Shivananda is a good soul and you should try to encourage him. He is just like your younger brother. So far, your apologies, what is done is done. It doesn't matter. Just go on doing your work. You have got immense field for working in Germany. So with the help of Sivananda and Mandali Bhadra, organize Germany very successfully and Krishna will be pleased. I have received one copy of the German BTG from ISKCON Press and it is done very nicely. Shivananda can be given sannyas. And when I go to Los Angeles, I shall let you know regarding this. I must know who the other boy is, and then I can consider his case. Actually, all of you are more than sannyasis. Anyone who has dedicated his life to Krishna, he is sannyasi, yogi, and everything. That is a statement of Bhagavad Gita. One who does not work for his personal benefit is a sannyasi. It does not matter what is his dress. So all our devotees are more than sannyasis. We are members of Krishna's family. Our aim is not to become a Mayavadi sannyasi, but to become family members of Krishna's devotees. Krishna maintains 16,000 families, and if you get a chance to serve in one of the families, then your life is a success. Real sannyas means no more interest in material activities, but simply dedicated to Krishna's service. That is real sannyas. So you are greater than a sannyasi. You train all these boys to be practical sannyasis in the service of Krishna. If it is possible to make the London Rath Yatra more gorgeous by your all going, then do it. Cooperate with Dayananda. Last year in San Francisco, there were 3 chariots and it was very successful. So you can do the same there. I may come also if Lord Jagannath attracts me. Hoping this will meet you in good health and happy mood. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Good. Obviously, we can read next one.
Yes, Maharaj. Letter to Tamal Krishna, Honolulu, 11 May 1972. My dear Tamal Krishna, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of the photographs of Mayapur project. You have sent pictures of building materials, but I want pictures of buildings. There will be no scarcity of money for the work. So you try to raise fund locally as far as possible. But whenever there is scarcity of money, you will have it in the usual way as you have already got it. So do everything very nicely and quickly so that next autumn, when I go, I can enter into my house. Do not destroy that cottage where I stayed last time. That is very dear to me. Actually, Krishna does not require anything from us.
Oh,
He's
yeah. Personally said this Bhajan Kut is very dear to me. Do not destroy the cottage where I stayed last time. That is very dear to me. That means Prabhupada personally said it is very dear to me. And when you go Mayapur, pay obeisance there. Fortunately, I got the chance to stay 7 years there in my chamber, medical chamber. Okay, continue.
Actually, Krishna does not require anything from us. He is complete in himself. But he is most pleased to see that we are very much enthusiastic to serve him. That much he wants. That is bhakti. That enthusiasm for Krishna's service. So do not lack this enthusiasm. Try to do it to the best capacity, and that will be recognized by Krishna. You have got now, go down for 100 tons cement. So finish it as soon as possible. Otherwise, there is a risk of flood and all the cement will be spoiled.
Your screen is not showing.
My screen is not visible. Huh?
No. Huh?
Visible, Maharaj.
Okay.
What's that?
Uh,
My screen is not there.
so immediately finish it. But finishing does not mean spoiling. Utilize it properly. As you requested me, I have sent many men from USA to help you. Now you engage them properly. Utilize them, and that is leadership. How to engage everyone in their respective duties and properly utilize their energy. What are your plans for Bangladesh? That is great opportunity. And when Americans will speak about this philosophy, the Muslims in Bangladesh will agree to hear, and it will be very convincing. Try to convince upon them the high philosophy we follow. This is the only means to unify the whole world. Hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Very good. So, Prabhupada is inspiring us to think of a very big thing. So now Rath Yatra is coming. One of devotee in Hyderabad, he is doing Rath Yatra at different place. This year is new. He is doing Rath Yatra in different schools. This is big.
Hare Krishna. Jagannath wants to go to all the places. He wants to visit and see, give darshan to everybody. So we want to take Jagannath in different places in different sizes. Now we have a big rath, we have a medium rath, and we have a small rath. Now the rath that you're seeing behind is a medium rath that can be used for small colonies. Maximum height is 11 feet, including the flag. And it can be used in schools, something that we started. School Rath Yatra is a great success, where hundreds of children can take Jagannath. Let me show you now how this rath is made. As you can see, this rath, is totally to the flag. It is 11 feet. If you can see my hand till here, it is 6 feet, and above this is 5 feet. So 6 plus 5 is 11 feet. Now the beauty of this rath is it can be simply pulled by tagging this. By tagging this, it can be pulled with a bike. You can even keep it to a normal motorbike, and it's not more than that. And another beauty is the whole rath can be lifted by 4 people. The whole rath can be lifted by 4 people, and it can be kept on a Tata Ace, right? So it can easily be transported anywhere. And it is big enough to show Jagannath also. As you can see, the wheels, they are nicely made. There is no brake system, and you don't need it also. And this is the place where you can keep the ropes, both the side ropes. And this particular lever can be used to turn the wheels. As you can see, it's completely turnable in all directions, right? And here, from this place, somebody can even get inside. If you have big Jagannath deities, they can be kept on this step, big step. It's almost 1 feet and 3 feet long. And your small Jagannath deities, they can be kept on this also. And you have these holes from which you can see different holes on which you can tie Jagannath properly. And then you also have, the beauty is, you also have a place where you can keep prasadam. There is a storage box below. The storage box, you can store a lot of things relating to the rath, right? Can you see that? Yeah. Nice storage box. This will keep the flags, the hoardings, all the rope of Jagannath, everything can be kept inside. And then, along with the rath, you can take a lot of stuff. And another beauty is that you can extend the backside space. And you can keep prasad in this. Nicely you can keep prasad. Even 2 people can sit also. It is so strong, right? And as you can see from the side of the rath, you can see, this is how it looks, right? So it takes space to store prasad, to keep everything. And even inside this, behind space also, you can store some things, which should not be disturbed by rain. And another beauty is completely the storage space that it takes. Now, if you can see, this whole canopy on the top can be kept inside the rath and stored. See, as he is removing it, a small clip system, you can remove the whole thing, right? And then on the top, you can remove the canopy. He's going to keep it down. And the same system he's going to use for removing the top kalash. He's going to remove that, right? With simple screw system. And he can keep this whole thing inside. See how simply it has gone inside? Done. And the whole thing can be kept inside a small parking lot, not even a car parking lot. It is like hardly 5 feet by 4 feet. 6 feet by 4 feet, sorry. And the whole thing can be kept inside, and it can be transported anywhere you want. As you can see, this is the easiest way you can do Rath Yatras anywhere you wish by taking the Rath and keeping it. And even the top canopy part, on our choice, we can even make it with fiber so that there is no impact of anything when we take the rath outside. But even then, the height is barely 11 feet, which is very, very less, very, very less height compared to the kind of Rath Yatra we want to do. So, as you can see, this rath is made primarily to make sure that everybody can do Rath Yatras, maximum number of Rath Yatras. It can be pulled by hundreds of people. We have done it in a school. Last year, we did it in 10 schools, where during assembly time, the children have pulled the rath, and without any trouble, no accidents, because the weight is so less. And the cost of Rath Yatra is going to be very, very less, because all you have to do is invest on a rath like this. The cost of this, I have worked with them labor. You will get a direct contact number of that labor. It's not much, but you have to work with the exact specification. You want to add anything, And then you can take this Rath, store it in anybody's parking lot, parking space, apartment, anywhere. Even in a school, you can park it somewhere. And you can use for Jagannath Rath Yatras. And one more thing I forgot to show you is the decoration. The decoration you can nicely do. There are clips kept everywhere, as you can see clips. Here is a clip, here is a clip, here is a clip. You can tie nice garlands, and everywhere you can tie here also. Here also there are holes. If you can see, there are holes everywhere. In these holes you can put the garlands, and there are nice bells, right? And the speaker also, when you're taking the Rath, the speaker can be kept on the top. Here you can keep the speaker on the top, right? And you can pull the Rath, and everything is there within the Rath. That is the whole idea. Everything is within the Rath, and you can see, how he is going to simply pull it, and it starts going. It's so simple. You can even pull it with a bike. You can attach that lever to a bike and transport it from one location to another location. This is how your Rath looks like, with the canopy on the top. It's a beauty. It's a beautiful offering to Lord Jagannath. And you can simply do Rath Yatras and see how easily he is able to turn it. It turns completely. And then it comes over. Yeah. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Jai Jagannath. So, looking forward to hear from you. Hare Krishna.
How do you like this idea? Everybody should get some encouragement. Every school, everybody has some contact. So tell the devotees, in a small way. If you don't want to make this big, you can do small. I have another simple people. I have another right. I have a simple idea. If you go to Bhanawala vendor, give this for 2 hours, I will give you 200 rupees. Take this and take a Jagannath picture and paste in a hardboard and cut it, make it a cutout and put it. That's all. No expense. So start with that. We can, in such a way, we can do rather thousands of schools. If we say we should make Rath, then 15, 20, 50, 100 we can do. But if we give a simple version, hire one thela wala, take thela wala. The calendar, Jagannath calendar, paste it, cut it and make it out. Put it there and do Rath Yatra. Very simple thing. Start this. Jagannath will be very happy. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, just we are entering the Vrindavan Dham. I am praying to Radharani and Krishna for all of you so that they shower the causeless mercy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Srila Prabhupada.